I'm two on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really had no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now, yeah, I'm too up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now. I got you right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my life. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This is Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He dumps it off for Henry. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Here we go. Go ahead.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward, bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Oh, the spin. He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 96 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
Out come the Titans now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jabal Sheard in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Jabal Sheard in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
from the gun on third down. Luck toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Luck. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, but probably not.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goes underneath for Henry. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw, being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Long. Flush to his right. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw on second down is Locke. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down throw. Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
13. 12.
Garoppolo on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
6-6.
Here's Mack. Oh, look at that. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They run with Hines, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A shotgun snap for Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They give him a gain of 38.
Be right. Bring up 560. One day, 53.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Colts add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
12.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
This is Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Play action. It's locked. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 13.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
11. 13. Flag.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hold, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll fake it. Now Love. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Off of play action, Luck. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He'll get it up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 2 now, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the button.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey. 4 down. Here we go. 180.
To throw is Garoppolo. Escapes the sack. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Go ahead.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 32 yards. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
A little juke. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. The 40. 30. 10.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just... Second and 9 now from the 21.
11.
Here's Luck now on second down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Garoppolo 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
11.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Touchdown, Titans! Delaney Walker with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Love. Trying to lay one up deep. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
4 down, 12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Walker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
13.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Jabal Sheard in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. So the sack of Garoppolo.
12.
And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Kamale Correa coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
11. Hey, 13.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him again, and that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Garoppolo flush to his right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jabal Sheard in there for the 7th time in this one game alone. And that will tie him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks in a single NFL game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Wait, 20. 80. Sit hot. Switch.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to